Hey, good morning. You get the shadows today. Because I'm too lazy to go close the shade. What's up? Good morning. Going to be a quickie show. I slept in a little bit and I want to get shipping done. I got to get the box from yesterday sorted. Did a pop-up eBay live yesterday, which went well. And then I'm going to head to the card shop in Fort Atkinson today and check out what they have to offer. I'm going to go in with low expectations today. I've never been to this card shop. Cody608 in the chat mentioned, check out this shop. They have bargain boxes. Well, if they have bargain boxes, I'll go check it out. So I'm going to go over there this afternoon. I think they open at noon. So I'm going to get some shipping done this morning and head over. It's probably about a half an hour drive. And honestly, it's probably the same distance as the shop that I usually go to, Bonsai up in DeForest. So I'm going to go check it out. Again, I'm going to go in with low expectations. It's funny when I shop at card shops, especially if you don't know the owner, or you don't know what types of deals you're going to get. You're going to be a little more conservative with what you buy, and so that's what I see. Like when I go to Bonsai, like I know what I'm going to get for a deal. Like I know the deal when I walk in the door. I know the price on everything. Which is not the sticker price, because most of what I pick up, I would not buy at the sticker price, and a lot of it I wouldn't even buy if I was cherry picking. Now I usually buy 500-600 cards in a trip. There's a few cards that even at the cheapest rate I get, if I was cherry picking 50 cards, that would not have that I would pass. Like either I'm not buying it or I couldn't find enough. But since I'm dealing with 500 or 600, it's a volume game. And it's like, okay, I'll buy this for, just say it's $1. I'll buy this for $1. And I've got 500 other cards that can I can probably, hopefully I can get $10 out of this dollar card. If I get $1 or $2, so it's the volume game. And what I've seen like during the week when I run week shows, and I'm going to talk about how crazy that is. Some of these cards are only going for $1 or $2, which is a loss. And but I know that there's going to be some cards, and even within that same stream, there's a card that went for 13 and a card went for 8. So that's good margin. Offsets some of the sales that go for just $1 or $2, which I did a show on Wednesday night, which sucked. It was awful. And it's almost like I think I'm going to stop doing Monday through Wednesday primetime shows, because it's just everybody's spending their money Thursday through Sunday. And if I do a show, I'm going to do like a daytime show, and there's probably less competition during the day. Now, once eBay opens up the gates and lets more and more sellers in, then it's just, you got to pick your poison. So that's kind of the reason why I'm going at all different times, because I want to capture an audience at every different time, just to build my customer base. But at the same time, I don't want to go to a card shop on a Wednesday and buy a bunch of cards and then, lay an egg on Wednesday night. So, but sometimes that's what it takes. So Wednesday night, awful. There were some shining moments on Wednesday night, but overall it was, and even when I say awful, like you would have told me back in April when I started eBay Live, like in what you will consider an awful night in 6 months is going to beat what you expect to do on eBay Live. So sometimes I've got to ground myself and realize it's actually pretty good. So Wednesday night, I ended up at halfway through. I ended up going from 10-second extended bid auctions to 7-second sudden death. It's like, let's just get this over with. And even Sunflower was in the room, and he's like, it just seemed like you wanted to get out of there. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I just like, let's just get this over with. If stuff's going to sell for $1 or $2, I don't care. I don't care if people think that I'm just trying to get out of there, Because if it's going to sell for $1 or $2, it's still going to sell for $1 or $2. So I did a pop-up show, and I even had a little bit of for that Wednesday night show. I even had a little bit of promotion behind it. Not much, but a little more heads up than yesterday's show. I did a pop-up show, and I said even yesterday morning here on Hobby Evolution, I said there may or may not be a show this afternoon. We'll see how much I get done. So there might be an eBay Live this afternoon, and there was. And right at noon, and I don't know if the email, I think the newsletter did hit inboxes like right when I went live. But it also had links for this weekend shows as well. So basically no promotion for yesterday's eBay Live. And I was doing 5-second fire sales. I ended up at the end of it switching to extended bidding because it was like, oh, if we're getting $5, $6, $8 on this card, if I put extended bidding, might get a little bit more. And the sales went up. The later in the day, as we got close to 4:00, it was gangbusters. And I did better on Friday afternoon with a pop-up random show than I did on a primetime Wednesday night show. So I think I'm going to put my focus more on weekends, Thursday through Sunday, and then do more of the pop-up fire sale type deals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'll still probably sprinkle in primetime shows. I'm just not going to make it an appointment where, okay, 7:00 Tuesday nights is usually when I go live. Because I can use that time a little more wisely. So now every stream is different. Like I could go in, like I'm going to do a stream tonight after dinner during the Cubs game, which again, like yesterday, I said, I am terrible at planning things. When I do plan, I fuck up, and I fucked up multiple things this weekend. I told my buddy, I'm like, he had an extra ticket. Now, fortunately, he already had the ticket, so I don't feel like obligated to move the ticket for him. He already had the ticket. He's like, hey, this was last weekend. He's like, hey, I got an extra ticket for next Saturday. So, and I gave him plenty of notice. Like Monday, I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, I cannot go to the game on Saturday. If there is a game, and at that time, even on Monday, we didn't even know. We didn't know if there was going to be a game 5 until the win on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Thursday's win. So I planned that, and then and I actually, when I said I would go, I don't know if I knew about our dinner just yet. My wife told me last week. So my wife's birthday's Monday. Grandma's birthday is, I think, today or tomorrow. 99th birthday. So we're going to dinner tonight. So I told my buddy, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to go. I got a family dinner. Then I scheduled a live at 7:00. Like totally blank, because we never go out. We never go out to dinner. We do carry out. So like 7:00, I can make 7:00 work. Maybe I'll push it. Oh shit, we have dinner. 6:00 reservation. So I pushed it back to 8, maybe 8:30. We'll see. We got the Shadows Rock Latex. So and then it's like, oh shit, the Cubs are probably going to play on Saturday night. So then it's like a 7:00 game tonight. It's like, well, maybe I'm just going to suck it up. So I told my wife came home, and I'm like, so what time's the reservation? 6:00. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to do, once we get home, I'm going to do a live. And I'm like, but the Cubs game is on, so I don't know. And she's like, you can take a night off. And I'm like, but I don't want, like, I'll take a Monday night off. I'll take a Tuesday night off. I don't want to take a Saturday night off, because typically, historically, those are the best. Weekends are great on eBay Live. I don't want to miss out on that. If I'm home, I'd rather be like, I got a TV right there. Like I will have the game on. And even if I'm watching the game, like if I decided to not do a stream and watch the game, I'm not focused on the game. Like I do other things. Like I'm on my phone. Like it's just, so me doing a live stream is not like, I'm paying less attention when I do a live stream, but it's not like I would be glued to the TV. So I'm not too upset with that. But I will have to plan accordingly on the future. But the next 2 games, if they win tonight and move on, I think they're weeknight games. So I will, don't need to do a weeknight eBay stream with the results that I've been getting. So yeah, the Friday afternoon stream was crazy. It's always funny to me though what sells and what doesn't sell. Like I sold a Ladd McConkey like score rookie for $8 on a Friday afternoon. It's like, what the hell? Like if that was in $1, this is an example of if that was in $1 box and I'm looking through, I would not buy it for $1. If I'm buying 500 cards, like, oh, I'll get a Ladd McConkey because somebody might request it. So that's just one of those things. And that's why I buy Ladd McConkey, because sometimes it goes for $8. Most times it doesn't. And then you'll pull, and the thing that doesn't sell on eBay, at least in my shows, are the oddball stuff, like this Glenn Hubbard. And you're like, well, it's Glenn Hubbard. Now, probably most of you know that this is a good card. That sells, not list price. That sells for $10 on eBay. So that's a card that I'm going to put with the Quinn Priester, though, although he didn't have a good game the other day for the Brewers. I've got an orange chrome, first Bowman Chrome orange refractor that I pulled out of $1 box at the National that I've been dragging my feet on listing. I should probably list that because the Cubs, we're going to knock them out of the playoffs. So it's like, wow, and that didn't even get a bid. It didn't even sell for $1, which I'm glad. I'm glad it didn't sell for $1 because now I'll put it on eBay Live or eBay Buy It Now and put it up for $10 and it'll likely sell. So that's just the oddball stuff like that just doesn't move. A lot of the weird stuff doesn't move, and then like stuff that you would think stuff that's listed for $1.50 Buy It Now sells for $10. So it's still a wild place, and I enjoy that. So yeah, today I'm planning on, once I wrap up here, I'm going to do a short show. We got a good lineup on Hobby Hotline today. Dr. Jim Beckett and Orlando is on Hobby Hotline today. So I want to wrap it up so I can tune into that and do some shipping this morning. And then I'm going to, I'm going to head over to the card shop in Fort Atkinson for my first time. Again, I'm going to go in with low expectations. I do hear they have bargain boxes, so we'll see what I can get. And I may look for some other stuff that there might be showcase stuff that it's like, okay, well, I know I can get above, if that's the comps, I know I can get above comps on an eBay live stream. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I was on Facebook Marketplace looking for wrestling cards the other night, and there was a great collection. Unfortunately, it's probably a 3-hour drive for me, but it might be worth it. So I was thinking of doing like taking that, like, hey, I'll buy that. Can we meet this time? And then trying to find some other collections around it. So I'm not just going for, because I think it was like $300 or something, which would have been great for eBay Live. Some of this stuff would have been for my wrestling nights. Then yesterday I went to look for it and I couldn't find it. So I think it's sold. Or I just wasn't looking hard enough. Probably the latter. All right, let's go to the chat, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up. But it's like old school. It's like original Hobby Evolution, dark in the dark dungeon of the basement. We're only going 15 minutes. We've only got 6 or 7 chats. It's like episode 5 all over again. Cooter's in the house. Now we just need Bowman U blaster boxes behind me. Cooter, good morning. Congrats on 1,600. Here we are. How about that? 1,600 episodes. It's crazy. Been over 5 years. Speaking of blasters, though, I did go to, or wait, no, I did that Thursday. Did I go anywhere yesterday? The hell did I do yesterday? I don't think I went anywhere yesterday. No, I didn't. Or did I? No, I didn't. Lady, good morning. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. Dan, good morning. Good evening to you. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says 40% off Casey's Pizza today. God bless Wisconsin and go Cubs go. How about that? 40% off Casey's Pizza. Hope everyone is doing well here. Rock Latex says, look at that lighting. Reminds me of a 3 p.m. Dodgers game with these shadows. Game 5 is tonight, 7:08 Central Time. So that's probably like what, early morning for you. So Game 5 tonight, Cubs, Brewers, Milwaukee. I'll miss probably the first hour, half hour. We'll be at dinner, and then once I get home, I'm going to be on eBay Live, so I'll have it on the TV in the background. So that's what I had. So my eBay Live schedule tonight, 8 p.m. Central tonight. I still have a whole box of, and I'll share this. Normally, I don't give sneak peeks during my eBay Lives, which maybe it would drive some. Like if I showed like, oh, I've got this Mickey Mantle BGS 8.5 Chrome 2007 Topps Chrome. I think this will do really well. I think this will sell for way above what I paid for it. I sold a Michael Jordan. This sold yesterday afternoon for $56. And here's the sticker price, $20. What else? I think this sold for almost $30. Sticker price. So I did well on slabs. But I sprinkled them in. I didn't do like a slab day. And that's the thing. Like if I sprinkle in slabs or sprinkle in anything, like when I sprinkle in wrestling during a regular all sports stream, they typically outsell what they do on wrestling night. And I think it's just that like, ooh, but then all of a sudden when there's more, it's that like, ooh, there's hardly ever slabs on here. Like when I drop a pack here and there, although I sold a pack of 89 Pro Set for $1 yesterday. It was Series 1, so there's no Barry Sanders potential in there, but usually those go for $5 or above. Now, full disclosure, I paid 75 cents for that pack. So then I've got this. It's an 8, but it's a Prism Refractor rookie Fernando Tatis Jr. A 9, PSA 9 Mark McGwire rated rookie. 78 Topps Dale Murphy rookie with Lance Parrish, Ernie Whitt, and Bo Diaz. It's only a 4. We'll see how that goes. Luis Robert, PSA 9 SP rookie. And the old BCCG tan StarQuest on Jeter. So I got those. I thought there was... There should be a few more. Here they should be a few more slabs. I got a giant box of stuff. Oh, a Ken Griffey Jr. rated rookie. It's only a 4, but I paid like $10 for it. Ken Griffey Sr. rookie, but it's a 4. And a Keith Hernandez rookie in a 4. So, hey, if people are looking for 70s rookies, doing a PSA 4 run, I'm your guy. And then I got a whole box of like football rookies and some baseball stuff and whatever I pick up today. So I'm going to look forward to buying some stuff. So tonight, 8 o'clock Central, eBay Live. Tomorrow night, 7 Central for eBay Live. And then probably take Monday off completely. And then maybe do a Tuesday daytime stream. Mix it up. I haven't done a daytime stream Monday through Wednesday lately. So maybe I'll do like a morning stream. It's been a while since I've done a morning stream. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Cooter says, OU Texas game today. Boomer Sooner. So what's the spread on that? Oh, I want to talk about spreads. Because Texas not looking good. They're not even in the top 25 anymore, are they? Weren't they number 1 preseason? So Oklahoma probably a pretty heavy favorite in that game. Speaking of heavy favorites, my alma mater, go Anawan, they were heavy favorites last night. And they squeaked by. So going in, it was so the Anawan Wethersfield Titans were 6-0 going into last night's game at home, senior night against the Princeville Princes, who I've talked about before. They call their girls programs the Lady Princes. Lady Princes, not the princesses, not the princes. The Lady Princes. Anyway, Princeville Princes. And boy, they punched Anawan Wethersfield in the mouth right from the get-go. They took a 7-0 lead, and then it was tied 7-7. Princeville led at halftime 14-7. Our starting quarterback got hit really hard on the last play of the first half, and he didn't play in the second half. Backup quarterback came in. I think we had a short field, and backup quarterback came in and engineered a short touchdown drive through I think it was a 5-yard touchdown pass, and extra point was good, which is crazy. To like back when I was covering small high school football, like nobody had an extra point kicker. Both teams did. It was very rare to see a 14-14 game in a 1A football game. Both teams had good, not just kickers, but good kickers. They were perfect. In fact, not only were they perfect on extra points, the game-winning score was a field goal in 1A football. Johnny Torres, kicker for Anawan Wethersfield, made a 34-yard field goal, which proved to be the game-winning score. 17-14 was the final score. Going into the game, Anawan Wethersfield was heavily favored. Massey Ratings had the projected score to be 42-17. 42-17. Final score was 17-14. So exciting game. So Anawan Wethersfield now 7-0. And their like tough games are done, which now going back, because now they play like two teams that are really bad. Like it'll be running clock maybe at halftime. It'll be like 40-50-0 or similar scores in the last two games of the season. So they had three tough teams right in a row. Rushville Industry on the road, Stark County last week for homecoming in Anawan, and then last night Princeville. And they weren't tested in even though the Rushville score was like 35-14. They weren't really like they were playing ahead the entire game. So that game was a little further out than what the score indicates. And then Stark County, they just blew them out 48-7. And those two teams were undefeated. And then Princeville punched them in the mouth. And that's what they need because they're probably going to draw a tough 5-4 team because they'll go 9-0 now. They'll probably draw a tough Northwest Upstate Illini Conference team. And even at 5-4, like they are the SEC of small school football. So even if you match up against a 5-4 team, it's going to be a tough battle. So it's good to see them playing from behind for the first time. I think that was the only time they've had to play from behind since week 1. They were down. I think they were down 14-0 in week 1, and then came back and scored 44 unanswered points and won 44-14 at Abingdon. And I don't think they played from behind since. Maybe they allowed a touchdown on an opening drive, but I don't think so. So that was fun. So yeah, week 8 and week 9. I don't even know. They're away games, so I'm not sure. Usually I make it appointment television to watch the games that I was watching last night. But since they're away games, usually the away teams, like we have like an actual announcing crew and video broadcast. It's good. Most other schools don't. So sometimes they just have the camera, and I'm not going to pay a subscription to just have it on a shitty camera view. So there you go. My alma mater. Let's see. Florida baseball card dudes in the house. Good morning. Found Treasures is here. Gundy says, did anyone watch the marathon 15-inning game last night? I did not. I don't even know who won. Cooter says, Texas. So is Oklahoma bad? Texas favored by 1.5. Wow. Philly Joe says, was rooting for the Tigers. Great game with a lot of drama in the extra innings. So I don't even know so the Blue Jays have moved on, right? They knocked out the Yankees. So the Blue Jays and who? Dodgers are awaiting the other winners. So postseason. Oh, Seattle moves on. Okay. Well, I have good Tigers stuff. I'm rooting for the non-Cubs games. I'm rooting for who I have more inventory of. Blue Jays, Yankees. I was rooting for the Yankees because Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Blue Jay, I got a bunch of Vladimir Guerrero Juniors stacked up, so maybe I could run some of those. Seattle's tough. Julio Rodriguez doesn't sell well. Obviously, Cal Raleigh does. I don't have much Cal Raleigh left. Tigers, I've got a ton of Javi Baez, so I was kind of hoping I've got a ton of like Tigers, Tarek Skubal, and who's the Riley Green. So I was pulling for the Tigers, even though I like the Cal Raleigh story. I was pulling for the Tigers because I love Javi Baez, and I've got a lot more Tigers inventory. Dodgers, Phillies, I was pulling for the Phillies because I hate the Dodgers and because Schwarber. I have a ton of Kyle Schwarber. So, but you've got the Ohtani factor, so there you go. And obviously, go Cubs. All right, I'm going to get going. I want to do some shipping. It is 10 o'clock. I got to go watch Hobby Hotline. Dr. Beckett's on there. So hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my eBay Live coming up tonight at 8 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Central tonight for eBay Saturday Night Live. Tomorrow night, I always forget, do I call it eBay Saturday Night Live or do I call it Saturday Night eBay Live? I think I call it Saturday Night eBay Live. And then tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. So we'll do this again tomorrow morning for Hobby Evolution. I'll talk about my trip to the card shop, which I'm going to go to later today. We'll see how that is. So have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on eBay Live tonight, 8 o'clock Central. See you then.